Future chefs of the Twin Cities, what's happening? All right, final video for the quick and easy pizza dough. As you can tell here, I have my pizza dough ready. It is par baked. That is not cooked all the way. It was only cooked for approximately about 6 minutes. As you can see, it's still a little flimsy. You see that? I'm gonna lift that up. See how that just comes right off? That's exactly what you want. That is the reason for the semolina flour or the cream of wheat. Okay, so I can feel it. Feel to the touch. It's still very warm. It just came out the oven less than 10 minutes ago. It's ready to go. So technically, that is your classic quick and easy pizza dough. Very quick. This whole process only takes about half an hour. I promise it doesn't take that long. But I'm just, just for the sake of wanting to see the piece in the final product, I'm going to go ahead and just build it real quick. At this point, you could use whatever pizza sauce or marinara that you want. Just a couple spoonfuls should do the trick. I know when you normally dress a pizza, you would think that, oh, I need so much sauce. But what happens is the sauce is going to, the crust is going to eat up a good amount of the sauce. And if you're a fan of sauce, go ahead and add a decent amount of sauce. But what you really want is just enough to cover the surface and enough to get that robust flavor, that delicious flavor of tomato sauce. Okay? For all my cheese fans out there, add is whatever amount you like. This is the part of pizza where you can get super creative with it. Okay? I'm just going to make a classic, somewhat of a margarita style pizza. A margarita style pizza is just basically where you would add fresh mozzarella, tomatoes, and basil. I don't have basil, so I like spinach on my pizza, so I'm gonna do it that way. So I guess then you can, maybe it's not a margarita pizza, but I'm just gonna make it look nice and pretty. So I got my pizza sauce on there just like that. You want to leave a little around the edge where you can still see that crust. And I'm just gonna build it. I want to put my tomatoes down first because tomatoes have a lot of water content and they're going to shrink, and you want that to dry up pretty good. Okay, and I'll let the tomatoes down at the bottom because what happens is if you put tomatoes on top of a pizza, they'll move around and wiggle a lot, and then you'll see a lot of juice, moving back and forth on your pizza. If you move it around, you don't really want that because this whole piece is gonna cook in about maybe 10 minutes. All right. I've also reduced my pizza. I've also reduced the oven down to about 375 right now, so it's no longer at 450. That's just my personal choice because I actually have a few other things that I'm doing right now. I'm adding my spinach, but I'm actually doing a few other cooking pieces right now, which I will show in the next video. How to make a roux, which is a sauce that you want to prepare for. Very famous for things like mac and cheese. So I'm gonna show that video next. So stay tuned for that one, chefs. I'm adding my spinach here, but like I said, I lowered the temperature on my oven because I got a few other cooking projects. So you can choose to still cook the pizza at 450. Just watch it very carefully. That is not something that you put in the oven and then walk away entirely. You want to cook it at 450. Again, another 5 to 7 minutes. It should be golden brown and perfect. I'm sprinkling my cheese. This is just a Colby Jack. You can use sharp cheddar. You can use literally whatever you want. I'm not going to use a whole amount. I'm just using a decent amount to make sure that it all kind of glues together on the surface. Because what I